Every man watching this, please, no matter how intelligent and how you feel you know it all, never you say no to your wife's advice. She might not know it all, but a little advice that she bring might help out. It's better for you to marry late, but marry right, than you marry earlier and marry the wrong one. You will regret it for the rest of your life.
Boss, oh, please hold on. I have a question I want to ask you, sir.
Okay.
So, since you started this, your life story, it has really motivated me and inspired me, and even people, your fans. So I've been checking comment section, but there is something I observe about your wife. Anytime your wife buy, like hair, clothes, you always say, "It can only be God. It can only be God." So I was why you always say it can only be God, it can only be God. So I said one day I'm going to ask you this, and I have the opportunity today. So please.
When I say it can only be God, people don't know why I always say grace and it can only be God. Is that why you are recording me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Victor, the truth is, when I say it can only be God, I alone know why I use that word. And I use it often. And the reason why I use it often is because if I tell you that 2021, I, Igwe cannot afford to go into a shop to buy clothes, shoe, winter jacket, summer clothes for my wife and my children, you won't believe it. I said 2021. I cannot go into shop to go and buy pot, spoon, kitchen equipment. I cannot afford it. So what I was doing was, my wife joined me 2019, 2020. So they joined me 2019 summer. So when they were coming from Nigeria, I gave her money to buy some clothes. So when they arrived June, July, August, they were still using those clothes. But we are heading to winter. Now, I need to go and get them winter clothes. That's where the problem is. In case I forgot, before that, they came in summer, so children are playing with their bicycle, with their toys, with everything the children need to play with. I could not afford that because I don't have the money to go to the shop to go and get bicycle for my kid. I don't have money to go to the shop to go and buy Skoda or buy anything that children need to play with. So in that summer holiday, so my children, because whenever we go to the park, my wife took them to park, they were all complaining, they see their fellow children driving Skoda, driving bicycle, and Gold was too small that time, so Gold is also dragging with other children toys. One day I was with them to park, and then I saw all the children walking with their bicycle, some with their Skoda, some with their toys, whatever. And then my children were just like, they were just looking. I look at myself. I said to myself, what is really going on? But I cannot afford it because then my salary can only do what? Can only pay for house rent, my wife's transport fare, my own transport fare, my children, my phone, my wife's phone, and the bills, light bills. I cannot afford to buy anything. So the rest we have to eat with. So I was lucky that I have a break. So I went to that Sunday market, as I said. So this Sunday market is where you can come, where people bring their old stuff. Then you come there, you can see it €1, you can see €2, you can see €3, you can see €4. So what I'm doing was I'm trying to make sure that I have about €30 in my wallet, and that €30 is what, because as I said before, after I got my salary, I always have €300 to my wife after paying all the bill. Then I have €100 which I'm using for the whole month. You understand? Which before the month end, I have already borrowed €200-300 from my friends. Yeah. So that's why sometimes even when they pay me, to pay house rent is a problem because I have bills to pay. But this is not anybody's fault. It's just the fault that my wife came in. She's not working. She can't work because of the language, and also the gold. That particular time, gold is about 8 months. Yeah. So it's also difficult. Yeah. Now. So I continue doing this, continue struggling. So on that Sunday, I went there. I think I went there with about 30 euros or so. So I bought a bicycle. I bought a Skoda. I still remember those things. I bought a Skoda. I bought a toy for my daughter Gold. So after I bought everything, so when I came back home, you can see the smile on their faces. Only my wife knew where I got this thing from. So the moment I see the kid smiling, I said to my God, hi. At that particular time, I even questioned my God. I said, God, why? Why? Why is this thing happening to me? Why will I be the one going to, Sunday market, buying toys that are already being used? You don't even know if they are hygienic. You don't even know if they are, they are safe for your kids to play with. But you have to buy it because my children need them, and I don't have money to go to the shop. I cannot go to the shop and go and buy toy. I cannot go to a shop to go and buy clothes for them. So I bought them, and then after 1 month, winter is coming. So what did I do? I have to also go to buy winter jacket for them. I could remember there's this winter jacket that I bought for my wife. My wife took picture of it, sent it to her girlfriend who lives in Austria also there. And the girlfriend told my wife, but this is used jacket. My wife said, yeah, she knows that it's used jacket, but at least it's good, it's cute. Now, those are the things that I see in my wife. She knew what I was going through. She didn't even say, no, I cannot wear this. She never said, no, this is no for my children. She never told me that, no, how can she, how can my children wear this? Because even when she's in Nigeria, she doesn't buy Benda Select. You have to understand that. Even while she was in Nigeria, she never buy Benda Select. Why will she now buy it now that it's inside Austria? That you said that Austria is heaven and earth, that Europe is heaven and earth now. So why will she be the one buying Benda Select? But the truth is, the situation that time, there's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. You understand? Now, we kept doing it. Winter came, I bought all their winter things, the jacket, the boot. I could remember even their winter boot. God. 2021. This life, sometimes when that's why sometimes when I look at myself and then I see the situation I am right now, I said to myself, is this me? Is this me? That's why I said your situation now, because you are struggling, because things are not working for you, because you look left and right, front and back, and things were not really working. Your friends are all ahead of you. You don't have family, you don't have wife, you don't even know where to start. It's not who you are. It's the situation that will come and pass. Believe me. It's the situation that will come and pass. And all, as I keep saying, is a process that can one day, believe me, one day you wake up and you see, oh God, what is going on? Is this me? And up till now, I keep, whenever sometimes I do like this, is this me? 2021, I didn't say 2018, I didn't say 2017, I didn't say 2010, I said 2021, 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Now, you can see how I have an understanding wife. I could remember, because of this thing that I'm going through, my wife decided, no, I want to look for a job. I said, no, you don't need to look for a job now. God is still 8 months. She needs you. She said, no, you are struggling. I need to support. She went looking for a job. In about 3-4 cleaning job. No way, it couldn't work because she couldn't speak the language. There we are then 6 months. I think there were about 8 months in Austria or 9 months in Austria then she couldn't speak the language, so the cleaning work did not work. Also went again looking for another cleaning work. Didn't work. Later on, someone said, okay, you know what, let's try kindergarten assistant. She went kindergarten assistant, which she must not speak German. As far as she can speak English, then she can do that. We went from school to school, from school to school. One gave her hope. The day that they asked us to come, They said, sorry, we have given it to somebody else. That is when my wife cried, because she saw what I was going through. That's why sometimes when people are talking about my wife, I said to them, you don't know my wife. That's why when some people are saying a lot on the comment section, I laughed. That's why when men are talking about my wife on the comment section, I laugh. That's why when women are talking about my wife on the comment section, I laugh. Because God in his infinite mercy, gave me this woman without, even though that I'm not righteous, even though that sometimes I ask myself, how do you manage to give me this woman as a wife? Because the worst thing that can happen to you as a man is when you marry a wrong woman. It's better for you to marry late, but marry right, than you marry earlier and marry the wrong one. You will regret it for the rest of your life. So when people talk about my wife, I laughed. You can see, go on comment section sometimes, you see people talking, blah, 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 blah. Jenny is this, I laugh. That's why whenever it goes to my wife, I said to her, Nwa, this is me, your husband. As far as those things are not getting to me, forget it. People have the right to say anything. We are on social media. So many people will talk. But even though when they talk, forget it. This is part of our job. So our job is for us to bring something out, and the job of the other people is to, analyze and say whatever they want to say. If you don't want people to analyze you, you don't need to bring yourself out. But we bring ourselves out because we want people to analyze whatever we say or do. But the truth is, God blessed me with the best woman on earth. After I bought the first summer stuff in that Sunday market, which you call Bendan Select in Nigeria, the second time I have to go with my wife. I went there, I went with my children, my wife and my children. We went and picked some stuff, and then, to be honest, I go there with 35 euros. Kai! She was encouraging me. She couldn't sleep. Because whenever I come back from work, she see me, you guys didn't understand what I'm saying. Talk to. In short, I need somebody who lives in Austria who knows what I went through 2018, 2019. I was like this. This is a story that's out there. A lot of people knows about it in Austria. So many people know what I went through. People that know me. This is not something that is hidden. It's there. And whenever I come back from work, my wife look at me. She's like, Nkem, what are you doing? What are we doing here? This is not the first time. A lot of people don't know the reason why it's easy for us to relocate back to Nigeria. Because from the beginning, my wife kept asking me, Nkem, what are we doing here? I said to her, Nwa, calm down. Calm down. God will still see us through. Nwa never see anything good in abroad. I have to say this now. I have a lot to tell you guys. My wife will never see anything good in abroad. She never ever want to be there. That's why we got married for 8 good years. We never talked about abroad until 2018. I got married to my wife 2010. Till 2018, when things were rough. And people don't know that I left abroad 2011. I was staying here. All I'm doing was going, coming. A lot of people don't know about that. So, reason why I always say it can only be God is because a lot of things that I went through with my wife, she was there, supportive woman. That's why also, when your wife is talking, listen. That's why the moment she's talked about content, the moment she said, okay, please, let's start content creating. I know that you are struggling. I know you don't have time, but can we do this? I look at her face. You can imagine working 12 hours, Monday to Sunday, just to make sure that you sustain your family. Still, the money is not there after everything. You see, looking for someone, so you still looking for a friend. You are still looking for a friend or family member, whatever, who can do what? Who can borrow you some money just to make sure that you feed your family, you take care of your bills, and you are working 12 hours. I work. Oh God, my. In Austrian law, you are allowed. In Austrian law, you work 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours. There, I think 35. Minimum 40 hours a week. 38 to 40 hours a week. But Ugo Egliot is working about 70 something hours. 70 something hours. I work in a security company, so we work 12 hours. Sometimes I work Monday to Sunday. Monday to Sunday. What is Monday? Monday to Monday. And do you know the funny part of it? Even when they ask you to rest, you feel no, I don't want to rest. How will I rest? When if I rest, I cannot be able to pay my bills. I cannot be able to take care of my children. Oh God. Oh God. Normally, in a month, you need to work, let's say, 160, 145, 150, 160 hours a week, a month. 140, 160 hours a month. But I was working 270 a month. Hours. Just to make sure that I earn money that will be okay for me and my family. But the funny part of it is still not going. It's still not working. The money is still not enough. Even though I was working 270 hours a month, the money is still not enough for me and my family. So, as I said, we keep going to Sunday market. That is where I was buying my wife clothes, winter clothes, summer clothes, winter shoe, summer shoes, children's school bags, everything that I can lay my hand on. The toys. 2021. Now, people complain, she buy expensive hair. She buy expensive clothes. What my wife went through, the kind of support she gave me those days, the kind of things she sacrifices. My wife sacrificed her own happiness just to make sure that I don't have that, what they call BP. But my wife stood by me when there are nothing, when things were hard, when things were difficult, when I could not be able to go inside market, shop, to buy clothes. She even go with me to Bendan Salet, not in Nigeria, in Austria. I paid, she collected, happily, we moved back home, we are happy, even enjoying that moment. That's why I said, your situation, all you need to do is be happy. People might say anything they want to say. Do you know what it means? A woman that comes from Nigeria, she came in, she saw the situation, she decided to support you. Even when, oh God, she decided to support you. She go with me to Sunday market, bend down, select things that people have used, toys that people have used, shoes, clothes, jacket, and she is picking them with happy smile. When we come home, you see the happiness. And today, she is working so hard. Working so hard. It's not like I am the only person working. She is working so hard with me. And when she buys something, people will be, you are spending too much. You are buying too much hair. You are buying this. Where are you when she was picking those things? 1 euro, 2 euro, 3 euro. People did not see her then to say, oh God, you are too good. And nobody was talking about it when she was picking Bendan Salet. When she was picking old pot. Instead of us going to shop to go and buy new pot, we go to where people bring their old pot. We go there, buy pot, buy spoon, buy fork. Oh my God. And today, when she go buying things, when she buy hair, when she buy clothes, people say so many things. You see comment section where a lot of people are saying so many shit, so many bad things. And you can imagine somebody who doesn't know this woman from Adam, will come on the comment section and be saying that Jenny is fake. You know, I have never talked about this. Jenny is fake. And that person that said Jenny is fake, if you are a man, I pray that God give you opposite Jenny. So if Jenny is fake, good, then God give you opposite Jenny. Anybody that, those people that we are saying Jenny is fake, may God, if you are a woman or if you are a man, God will give you opposite Jenny. That's why if you don't know me, don't judge me. If I don't know you, I don't need to judge you. Now, I have to say that the reason why I always say it can only be God is because of this part of the story that I said also. I have so many stories to share. I have so many of them. And the reason why I'm sharing this story is to make you understand that the situation you are now, you are struggling now, you cannot buy new pot. Your husband cannot buy new pot. Your wife cannot be able to help you out. Your husband cannot be able to build a house today. Your wife cannot be able to support you because she's not working at that moment. That your husband cannot be able to pay for your holidays. The situation you see yourself because you are struggling. Because your fellow friends, fellow family members are ahead of you does not define you. This is not who you are. This is not who you are, believe me. If God can do it for me and Jenny, if God can do it for us, 2021 that we are picking use sport. We are buying use pot, use spoons, use fake, use cup, use glass cup to use in our house. Not in Nigeria. We are talking about in Austria. If 2021 we are still, I cannot afford to go into a shop, working in a shop, Primark, H&M, C&A, whatever, to go and buy new clothes. I have to go to that Sunday market, which you call here in Nigeria a bend select, to go and be selecting trouser, shoe, pants for my wife, cap for my children, toys for my children to use, shoe, winter jacket, 2021. If Ugoilet can be doing all those things, 2021, 4 years later. I don't say 4 years later, it's 1 year after, 2021. 2022, God said, enough is enough. And I have to also make this point. Every man watching this, please, no matter how intelligent and how you feel, you know it all, never you say no to your wife's advice. She might not know it all, but a little advice that she brings might help out. I put myself in that situation. When my wife brought that idea of content creating, I know at that point, 2019, 90% of my fellow men would say no. 90% of my fellow men. I see a lot of people now doing couple content creating. Yes, because they see what is in it now. But 2019, I know, and I bet it, 90% of men that are doing content creating today with their wife, 2019, 90% of them will not do it. Please listen to your wife, no matter how big you are, no matter how intelligent you are, no matter how wise you are. Your wife, you have her for a reason. Because there are so many women, but you decided, no, this is the woman I want to live the rest of my life with. I want to spend the rest of my life with. So if this woman is the woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with, that means you see her as someone that is intelligent as you are, as wiser as you are, and you feel like
Combine, you guys will achieve success. So why will she bring ideas and you say no? She bring another one, you say no. She bring another one, you say no. And then the dream. If I have said no, this dream, the dream that she came with will die. And I personally will be suffering on it. I will be 100% by my security post, working 12 hours, struggling. Before you know it, man is gone. So I use my experience to all the men, no matter how wise, no matter how intelligent, no matter how wiser you are, please, if you're a woman, bring an idea. Take it. Try it. If it does not work, she see it, you see it, and then you move to another one. Once again, the reason why I said it can only be God is because you can see that man that can never afford to walk into a shop to go and buy things for his children, today can walk to any shop. Yeah, of course, you can say not any shop, but if I want, I can also walk in any shop. If I go there, what I see there is higher than what I can buy, then I can still move, go to another step, but I know that I can buy something. One good thing about this life is, believe me, no matter what, this message is all about true life story of what I experienced. And I know that so many people are also going through that experience, both men, both women. So if you are a woman and you are going through this experience, that your husband cannot be able or cannot afford to buy that thing that you need at that particular time, that does not mean this is who your husband is. That your husband cannot afford to pay the house rent where you guys are at that particular time is the situation. That does not mean that this man is a useless man. And you as a man, if your woman bring an idea and you think, no, you are wise, you are more intelligent, you can do it all, and you think, no, this idea will not work, use me as a point of contact. Believe me, women have fantastic ideas. That's why you went into millions of them. You pick her because you believe that working together will achieve success. So once again, I have to say thank you for listening and thank you for watching. More stories, more true life story of mine will be coming. If you are watching from YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe. If you are watching on Facebook, please follow for more, because I have so many of my true life story. You that is in the same situation will understand that your situation today is not who you are because of you are struggling. Tomorrow will be you saying your own story. Are you okay, Victor?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.